Zach Roloff gives update on current relationship with dad Matt. Little People, Big World stars Tori and Zach Roloff clash with Matt Roloff over the portion of land that he purchased from Amy. It was about 3 years ago in real time that it happened, and recently Zach explained where he stands in his relationship with his dad. Read on to find out about the grudges and their current status. Tori and her husband became unpopular in recent years, and many lpbw fans felt happy when they said they were leaving. Of course, those who loved seeing the kids, Jackson, Lila, and Joseph, felt very sad. But, as Jackson said, he didn't want his surgery filmed. They felt it was in the best interest of the kids. Now, it seems that it might also be in the best interest of the adults. Zach Roloff wasn't sorry to leave the show. Matt Roloff seems to feel that the show has run its course. However, he didn't close the door on never filming for TV again. With contracts expired, there might be something later, like a special or a where are they now sort of thing. Notably though, he probably won't ever film in front of a camera with his son or his cute grandkids again. On the Raising Heights podcast season 2, episode 2 this week, the former TLC stars did a question and answer session. Tori explained that she collected questions from Instagram from lpbw fans. Then she asked Zach to answer some of them. He had been sick, but on the mend, he agreed to answer them. Plenty of questions arrived, but the one about Matt Roloff seemed interesting. Zach Roloff spoke about raising their children in their Washington home. It seems they will stay there until the children leave home. Later, a fan asked about their relationship with Matt Roloff. The Little People, Big World stars explained how the show impacted them. Tori mentioned the show was filmed a year before fans actually saw it on TV. Zach Roloff responded to a question about how his relationship is going with his dad. It came at the 25:30 marker on the YouTube video, which you can see further down in this article. Zach Roloff told his TLC followers that it's not great. That was because the lpbw show kept on reminding them of the bad times for the TLC stars. It felt like they relived the drama twice. Zach Roloff also talked about how the various characters involved in their bust-up are in denial. To this day, presumably, Karen Chandler and Matt Roloff feel like they didn't do anything wrong. Finally, the former lpbw star admitted, it's narcissism, so no, it's not great. However, he added, but I don't know. More time might heal. What are your thoughts about Zach Roloff not being able to get over the clash with his dad because the show kept reminding him of their differences? Do you hope that now that they left and the contracts with TLC expired, they might be able to reconcile? Shout out in the comment below, and come back here for all your Little People, Big World news. Matt Roloff recently sat down for an unfiltered interview discussing everything from the potential series finale of Little People Big World to the pretty big legacy the show has created since it premiered in 2006. In an interview with ET's Cassie DeLaura, Matt took full advantage of the fact that his 20-year non-disclosure agreement with TLC recently expired, admitting that in the past, he and his family would get a little reminder, a little slap on the wrist from the network if they said too much to the media or online. I'm a rule follower, I like to follow the rules, he said of abiding by the NDA. When asked about the recent Facebook post in which he answered some questions about lpbw and set the record straight on a variety of other topics, Matt explained that he made the post because it was time to just kind of talk freely. While his post was rather lengthy, Matt assures that he still has plenty of things to talk about. You can imagine after 20 years there's so much more to say, he stated. Here, he actually breaks down what else Matt had to say during his ET interview on whether or not season 25 was the end of lpbw. When asked if the end of season 25 was a season finale or series finale, Matt said that was the million-dollar question. One he doesn't think anybody really knows the answer to, including TLC. We know that there's several cast members, several family members, who have expressed desire to move on to different projects and different things, he said. But Little People Big World is kind of like the little engine that could, every time we think it's coming to a stop, somehow it keeps going. Matt insisted there is no bad blood between the cast and the network, at least none that he's aware of, he said, and confirmed there are conversations happening with TLC and show producers about the future of the series. In the meantime, he said the cast is enjoying an extended break, and if that break ends up being a permanent one, he's okay with that. In between normal seasons, there's usually a 4-month break. But if it's more this time, maybe if it's a year, it gives us a chance to take a break, he said. If we never go back, I think that'd be okay. I think we all feel very happy with the journey of Little People Big World and the whole process of it, the beginning, the middle, and the end. If we never go back, or maybe if they do a check-in episode or something, we'd be happy with that." He added later in the interview, Matt said he would walk away from the show if any of his children ever expressed to him that they didn't want the cameras documenting the family anymore. "I feel very secure in what we've put on air, so the idea of not doing any more TV at all sounds fine by me," he added. On what he would like to see in season 26. During the interview, Matt noted the pretty big legacy he believes lpbw has created in terms of society's perception of little people or people who are visually different. If season 26 ultimately happens, Matt said he'd like to see the new season delve into the show's impact on the world and less on his family's feuds. "I think that the impact has been positive, all in all," he said. "Granted, we scared everybody with all the family drama that's constantly going on. As fans of lpbw know, the Roloff family drama was on full display in recent seasons, largely due to Matt announcing on social media in May 2022 that he was selling a portion of the Roloff farm, despite previously claiming that he wanted the farm to stay in the family. Matt's social media post, which seemingly blamed his and ex-wife Amy Roloff's twin sons Zach and Jeremy Roloff for having to sell the farm, kicked off a public feud between him and Zach, which played out online and on the show. On Zach and Tori's decision to leave the show, as the Ashley told you in February, Zach and his wife Tori Roloff confirmed that season 25 of lpbw was their last, claiming their children were a huge reason why they decided to step away from the TLC series, along with the recent happenings involving Matt and Roloff Farm. When asked his thoughts on Zach and Tori's exit, Matt said he was happy for them and proud of Zach for making the decision. "I think that's a very difficult and powerful decision to step away," he said. "They've got the 3 little kids and it's not for everyone. Zach knows better than anybody how difficult it is to raise your children in front of the camera with all the scrutiny and nitpicking. People, not everybody, but more often than not, people are wonderful and lovely and write wonderful things," he continued. "But there's a certain amount of people that write really nasty stuff, and it's hard to subject your family to that kind of negativity and have stuff like that written about you that goes into the internet and lasts forever. So I'm super proud of Zach for making the decision that he's made for his family." On whether the show contributed to any fractured relationships in the family, Matt insists that being on TV wasn't what caused his and Amy's divorce. However, he also noted that being on TV forces you to relive bumps in the road months after the fact, while also dealing with public input. "So if you have a fight with your spouse, your son, your daughter, that fight has to happen 6 times before it's over," he said. Reality television, "I said this before, is not for the faint of heart." Matt admitted that watching his family's drama unfold on TV is tough to watch, especially because he believes viewers enjoy seeing it play out, even if they claim otherwise. "They like watching the train wreck and the car crashes," he said. "It's difficult as a father and a grandfather to see some of that stuff. But I know in the end, it all feels good and I feel very content with our journey." On the biggest misconceptions about the Roloff family and lpbw. Surprisingly, Matt revealed the biggest misconceptions about his family and their series aren't the result of what viewers see on TV, but rather what viewers don't get to see. "The hardest thing for me is that there's limited voices. We're talking about things that are full family issues. You're not hearing from half the family. There's no voice," he said, using the example of him selling part of Roloff Farm. Zach and his family were on TV, so you hear what their opinions are. You couldn't hear what all the other kids thought. Jacob and Jeremy and their families. "That was difficult for me because the show is focusing only on part of the family in the later years. On regrets and sacrifices made while filming the show. While TLC reportedly planned for lbpo to end in 2010, Matt said he doesn't have any regrets about continuing to film the series because it was able to reach more people and have a positive impact in the years that followed. "I'm just thinking about what a journey," he said, while getting emotional. "Our family, we love each other. There's been ups and downs, as you can imagine. But I think all in all, I think we've accomplished some good things." However, Matt noted that those good things did not come without big sacrifices. "To be on reality TV as long as we've been on, the 20 years, you have to be fully invested in the project," he explained. "You look at me now. I'm emotional about it, yeah, no. I have to be emotional on camera, not on cue, but it's real, it comes up. Matt Roloff talks about the future of Little People Big World, fractured family relationships, the big legacy of lpbw, and more in emotional